I'm Hyndrix, a.k.a. Hendo, and you are now tuned in to the Encore radio show.
The views and comments expressed on the following radio program by its hosts and their guests do not necessarily reflect the views of...
Before I had the deal, I was out here with the... We been counting money on them niggas. See, before I had them bitches, I was out here with the... We been counting money on them niggas. See, before I had the digits, I was out here with the... We been counting money on them. See, before I had the deal, I was out here with the... We been counting money on them. We some rich young niggas out the project. Still counting money on them. Screaming fuck them other niggas in the process. Right? Still counting money on them. We some rich young niggas out the project. Still counting money on them. We some rich young niggas out the project. Still counting money on them. I was counting money right in front the corner store.
So good morning, everyone.
Good morning. This is the Encore radio show. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you guys follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Encore radio show. And we just redid our website. Well, today is actually October 24th. So when you guys hear this sometime in November, you'll be like, oh shit, they redid their website? Yes, we fucking redid our website.
And by that point, you'll hopefully be familiar with the new layout. And can I say the new layout looks so pretty and so clean? Man, like, why is it such a good job? I'm excited about it.
Chill. Nobody don't know how to build websites like that. Chill. Man. Anyway, so we are here with a special guest right now. We are here with a dope artist. His name is Hyndrix. Mm-hmm. He's from Texas.
Oh, Texas flew in the other day.
Yo,
yeah.
And he blessed us with his presence.
Dude, I've only got like 4 hours of sleep in like these past 2 days. Well, no, because I slept last night, but I don't even remember it. Like, dude, I don't remember. Like, I don't know what the hell happened, bro. I remember hitting the train, and then I just remember waking up.
Well, listen, man. At 20, that's how the fuck you gotta live life.
Right?
That's how you gotta live life. Oh, man. So, man, how you doing, man?
I'm good, man. I'm blessed, man. I'm happy to fucking be here. Like,
first time in New York?
First time, like, ever. This is probably like the first time I've ever been. I've only been to DC like one time, and that was like when I was probably like 8, so I don't even remember it. So, dude, like the whole scene is like brand new.
That's what's up.
Wait, no, I went to Boston. I lied, man. I'll be forgetting, dude. Short-term memory bad.
Well, Boston is very different from New York. No shade to Boston, but Boston.
Yeah, it is though. Like I remember like the places I went. I think I was uptown. I don't know. I was about like Berkeley Music College or whatever. Mm-hmm. Yeah, wherever that's
Boston,
at.
I don't know.
It's like it is completely different, man. But like just that whole city atmosphere is it's pretty cool though.
Well, coming from Texas, man, is that the biggest shock for you, like being in a very city-oriented environment?
Nah, not really. I mean, because we have Dallas, and I spend a lot of time out in downtown Dallas. I mean, that's probably like the most. Damn, actually, yeah. Because like, now I think about it, like it's like everywhere here is downtown type shit. I mean, like even in Dallas, you like get like a mile outside of downtown and you'll run into like some houses in the neighborhood. And it's like I haven't seen a single like I don't know what the neighborhood is out here, bro. Like, I saw them like when I was flying over. Like I saw like a whole bunch of like rich folk shit and shit. But other than that, like that's the only thing I can call it. And like
he might have came in through LI. He might have seen LI. Yeah.
I don't know where I was at, man, but it was like passed over like some terraces and shit. It was crazy.
You came into Newark or
LaGuardia.
LaGuardia.
Oh yeah, definitely. So
you definitely came over at Long Island. Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, look, New York is it's a massive city. Yeah, we are severely overpopulated, but the city feels very different. Now, my initial question was very ignorant to the fact that Dallas certainly has a downtown and has a city, but you know what? I don't feel so crazy now because when I used to live in North Carolina, I lived in Charlotte. And we didn't have a downtown. It was only uptown. I was like, how the fuck you got an uptown with no downtown? Yeah, but you know what? I mean, that's what they call the city. And he's right. Yo, you could walk 15 blocks and be out the city already. Whereas in New York, you walk 15 blocks, you still in the same little neighborhood within the city that you're in. So, I definitely can see that. Yeah. This is your second day here now. You're gonna be out at the Hartlem event. Yeah. By this time now, Hartlem would have been over about 2 or 3 weeks at this point. But I can tell you that I didn't get to go last night, but I did look to see some of the stuff on Instagram and Twitter, and it was lit.
Yeah,
it was lit.
Dude, the response here is crazy for it. Like, I didn't even know the kind of buzz it was really getting because obviously, like, I don't know a whole lot of people out here. I just know Nate, and then the people I met through Twitter or whatever. I know a few people out in Jersey, but I forgot where I was going. Man, just ask me another question. I completely lost my train of thought.
It's all good. It's all good. No, the Hartlem show is definitely gonna.
The Buzz.
The
Buzz.
Yes,
Dude, I'm sorry, man. But like, the Buzz. I saw like a little bit of it. I didn't know like how much they were promoting on Instagram because I like barely use my Instagram. Like I'm on Twitter a lot, not even a lot, but like I was Twitter more than anything. Yeah. And then I checked both of them, and I'm like, bro, this is looking pretty nice for every event. You know what I'm saying? Like they really overdid themselves with this one. It's pretty cool. Absolutely.
It's about the experience that they're gonna put together, but also the timing. I mean, because they're a young set of crew. As well, like they've only been putting shows together on this magnitude since the summertime.
Okay.
You know, so they definitely shout out to them, shout out to Nate, shout out to I like Art Type Girl, shout out to Arlene as well. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm actually really excited. They have 2 events today. I don't know when I'm gonna get home. I'm gonna miss my home a lot. I have my camera with me. I got my tripod with me. Dude, I'm be stressed, but I don't want to miss anything.
Right.
It's gonna be dope. Yeah. It's in the, I mean, you guys are gonna run into a lot of creative people. That's
definitely. I seen some last night, dude. Yeah. Like the trap art or the body art that they were doing for some of the ladies, man, it was stupid. Like
that's what's up.
It was beautiful. Like it was a nice scene.
So is there a scene like that in Dallas?
There is, man. Like Dallas is actually like on the rise, man. Like, it's on a lot of people's radar. Like, and then the sound, like not just as far as music, like even as far as art. One thing that a lot of people don't notice is that Dallas has like a really big, really talented photography scene more than anything. So you know, like more than just music, more than just painting. Like the photographers are crazy. Like it's at least like 10 I can name off the top of my head that are just like amazing, that do like concert work, they do like some do editing, like just all different styles of photography. And then like one thing I try to do, I'm working to bring them all like just together on, you know what I'm saying, multiple projects. Like my team hosted our first photography event. I think it was about a few weeks back. It was we called it Shutter Island. It was kind of head ass, but we called it that anyway. But and it was basically just a photographer and model me for people to just come. Like, I want everybody to be able to collab, and because that was a really close scene. Like as far as the art, like it's just pretty close. Like a lot of people know a lot of people. Like everybody knows everybody, and I just tried to bring them all together so we could all like collab and just be able to build up as a city.
Well, this might be a stupid question, but is it all love or is it a little bit of pettiness? Okay,
dude, it's a lot of pettiness. Holy shit!
No, like New York. Oh, that's
that's what I was trying to get. Okay.
No, because the love, like people, the saying out here in New York is like people love you until you stop being an underdog.
That's a fact.
That's a fact, though. If you're an underdog, people like root for you, though. But the second you start getting some shine, everyone's like, he ain't shit. Fuck
it's
him.
Quiet. It's quiet at the top.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that for a fact.
Like, I don't know if you know Frank Knight, but he got on Hot 97 a few weeks back, and people on YouTube just went in on him saying he ain't shit.
Damn, I want to say it's the opposite, but like not too much. Like, like because Dallas, we never have really had any, especially as far as hip hop, we haven't had anybody to truly be out on the scene to represent for Dallas rappers.
Okay,
you know, like I mean, you have DOC, but that's one person in however many years, you know what I'm saying? You have Erica, but that's R&B, and then you have Post Malone, who doesn't really rap. So, you know, as far as like a lot of like Dallas artists, I mean, you have Justice that's represented down in Cali, but like just as far as having I guess a presence on the mainstream, you don't really have that in Dallas. So I mean, for the most part, it is love. Like I mean, there is that pettiness. Like I mean, there's so much competition. There's a lot of hating involved for really no reason, because at the end of the day, none of us haven't made it. So I don't feel anybody should really hate on anybody. Like we might as well. And if you know, you can't be a fan of everybody. Like you like what you like. So I mean, I'm not, you know what I'm saying, I don't expect anybody to fake support. But as far as like dry hating and trying to tear each other down when as a city we're trying to basically come up, you know what I'm saying, this is real counterproductive. And so when we do have somebody that's actually like, you know what I'm saying, on their way up, everybody, as a city, we do actually do a good job of really getting behind them and pushing them to actually be in places other than Dallas, you know, because for a lot of us never even been outside of Texas, so it's pretty cool.
That's crazy. I mean, there's so many directions I can go with this. Let's start with Post Malone. You said Post Malone doesn't really rap like that, right? For me, again, ignorant me, being from New York City, if you from the city, like, if I hear you on the radio, I don't give a fuck if you from Staten Island. I don't give a fuck if you from the Bronx. I don't care whether you from Queens, whatever. Like, yo, you from the city. Right. You from New York, so I'm gonna fuck with you. But if you in the city now, I'm like, oh nah, well, I'm from Brooklyn. I'm a Brooklyn nigga, so I fuck with Brooklyn artists a lot more than I fuck with other artists outside of my area. Right. So I grasp it, but I don't grasp it at the same time. So back to Post Malone now. Yeah. You say he doesn't really rap like that. What do you mean?
I mean, he doesn't rap. Like, he sings. Like, more than anything. I mean, and he actually sings. Like, he sings. I mean, I guess if you want to call it, like, sing rap, then, I mean, you can call it that. But, like no disrespect at all, because I think he's one of the, like, dopest artists out. Like, he's one of my personal favorites, to be honest. But, as far as just, like, rap, and whether that's trap rap, whether it's, you know what I'm saying, like, boom bap or smoke rap, regardless, it's not, to me, it's just not rap. Like, you're singing more than anything. So, like, a lot of your emphasis is on your vocals and not necessarily on what you're saying, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I say, like, when we don't have, like, a true rapper representing, I mean, because he is represented for Dallas. Like, as far as Dallas art goes, you know what I'm saying, I'm all for it. But, like, as far as, like, Dallas rappers, it's important that we all, you know what I'm saying, get behind each other, especially when you see somebody on the rise like my man Gunn. That's somebody who's actually out. Like, I think he just flying from Cali to Florida to wherever the hell he's going now. You know what I'm saying? And it's amazing seeing my man's come up. So, you know, it's pretty cool to get behind him.
But you know what? I love the explanation because the follow-up question I had planned to ask you was, with hip hop being such a young culture, a young art form, you know, there's so many different ways that you could go with it. I mean, but you just named trap rap, smoke rap, right? Fucking, they got trunk. I heard of another sound called trunk music the other day.
Trunk music, okay.
Yeah, you know, like, there's so many different ways that people can really express themselves and still be considered rap. But right, Post Malone does focus on his vocals a lot more.
Like, it's close to R&B. Like, I just can't. I mean, you can call it hip hop.
I wouldn't call it R&B though.
Yeah, and I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't call it R&B. Like, you can call it hip hop, but you just can't call it rap.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I'm always looking. I mean, we always looking really for, like, a box to put people in. Yeah. You know, like, we're looking, like, for me, in my head mentally, I put August Alsina, Fetty Wap, and Bryson Tiller all in the same box because they are singers who talk about hood shit. Yeah. Right? So they're in my head, they're trap something, but I can't call it R&B though.
But, like, the style's so completely different. You can call Bryson Tiller R&B. You can call August Alsina R&B too. You can almost call Fetty Wap R&B.
I mean, okay, I'm gonna have to use your phrase here. This is my unapologetic black opinion.
Oh yeah,
unpopular.
No, my unpopular black opinion.
Yeah, but I will say this though. I think that R&B, like, when I listen, and everyone can talk about the evolution, whatever, fuck that. When I listen to R&B in the 90s, you get a specific feeling from that record. Right. I don't get that feeling from August Alsina. I don't get it from Chris Brown. I don't get it from Trey Songz. I don't get it from none of
Trey
these
Songz used to have it.
Used to have it.
Trey Songz used to be big.
Now Trey Songz,
when he was singing "I Just Gotta Make It," he
now Trey Songz is fucking R. Kelly part 2.
See, that's why he used to be bae. Now he can't be bae no more.
Really?
R. Kelly, no.
You don't like R. Kelly?
R. Kelly's just done too much problematic shit though. Like, I really wish I could look past it. Like, Chris Brown is so talented though, but I can't look past the fuck shit he's done. So
I don't know, man. R. Kelly is, like, it's R. Kelly. Like, it's R. Kelly.
I mean, he'll die legend though, but he's still a bastard.
I mean,
that's opinion.
You know what? I don't think I was gonna ever quote the Pope ever on this podcast. Yeah. But the Pope said this, and I have my feelings about it, but it fits the situation. He said you can't judge the past by today's standards, right? So there are a lot of people who did some fuck shit who are legends. Yeah. A lot of people who did fuck shit. I mean, you could just, you know, you
president.
Presidents, businessmen, businesswomen, everyone. Sure. You know, they may be a legend, but they have stepped on someone's back. They have did some malicious something to somebody. Yeah. You know, so at the end of the day, you know, Niggas gonna be niggas. That's actually my favorite phrase.
That's basically what you're trying to say.
Yeah, niggas gonna be niggas. Anyway, so let's talk about your career.
Okay.
You got 2 projects out.
Yeah.
The first one is the EP.
Yeah, it's called the Mr. Perfect EP.
Okay. How long ago did that come out, matter of fact?
Sometime it was March 27th. And I'll drop everything on the 27th because that's my favorite number. I even say it a lot on my songs.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Okay.
It's pretty random, but 27th is my favorite number.
How do you
gotta
time
stitch
it
on my hats.
then? Like, you get everything done in time so you can drop it on 27th?
Well, I mean, even if it's always in time, because if not, it'll just be dropped the next month or
Oh.
sometime on if I have to wait, then I'll wait. Like, not with songs. Songs I haven't even dropped a lot recently. I've only dropped 2 projects and 1 song this year because I didn't scale back on my input, but I also scaled back on my output a little bit. Like, I mean, I'm always recording, always, because like I'm actually working on my new album. But I don't want to basically just trying to throw something down people especially if they don't necessarily want it. Like, but me personally, like when it gets to that point, I can't wait till I'm able to drop like a ton of music. Like, cause one of my idols is Currency, and the way his output is just it's unmatched. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you probably ain't seen nothing like that since like Max B or trying to think of what else.
You're definitely a student of the game. Those artists
definitely
being from Texas. So let me double back here for a second, right? So you just kind of talked a little bit about, in a sense, a little bit about marketing and how you market yourself.
Right.
So how was it different? So here in New York, you try to time the music that you put out based on your views on SoundCloud or your hits on iTunes, or maybe how much people may have been mentioning you on Twitter or Facebook or whatever it is. But then when you turn around, if you want to when you actually want to put the music out, you got to see who put out music so far, and are you going to clash with somebody else? And there's a whole bunch of stuff that goes into the marketing aspect of things. What's that like in Texas?
As far as like putting yourself out there?
Yeah, well, putting yourself and your music out there. How do you time it, or is it just like whatever schedule? I feel like.
I guess you can't really like. I don't know. I don't think you could look at the city as far as like making sure you time your releases. I mean, you can, because there's certain scenes that everybody is a part of, and that sometimes there's some people that are just more popular than you, and that they're gonna drop, and what kind of buzz they're gonna get, and like y'all know the same, I guess the same blogs, the same, the same crowd, and so what kind of, who might get a more bigger response. But at the end of the day, I don't feel you can really worry about that. I don't really feel you're supposed to. It's like the same with like throwing events. Like, I don't think you should be scared of another event on the same day. You know what I'm saying? It's all about it's just all about how it's all about just how you do it and how you like plan on promotion. Like, I feel like if if that's the case, then you might just need to go another route. So like me, I tend to it'll bother me at times, and then I just have to try to correct myself and be like, okay, well, I can't let somebody else's work stop me from progressing, because at the end of the day, I always feel you should trust your first gut. So if your gut would say to drop it on this day, regardless of whoever is dropping, do it.
That's what's up. Okay, so you dropped the project back in March. Talk to me a little bit about it. What were you trying to achieve with the project? What's the theme?
I really just wanted to drop some music, man. And I'm like a huge like wrestling fan, so that's why I named it Mr. Perfect EP after Kurt Hyndrix. So like it was basically like it was kind of like an ode to my I guess my vices, and also just stuff that excites me. Like, I just remember the whole process. It was like just like maybe about a month of recording, not even, I don't know, probably just a few weeks, to be honest. And I was just like studying like a lot of I was studying Master P a lot actually at that time, and I was just listening to a lot of his music. And the sound isn't even similar to Master P's sound like at all, but that was just like the inspiration that watching just I always like now since then every time I write, I'll just put like some like a match from the past on or whatever and just turn the sound out, and it'd be pretty cool that way. And just like a ton of weed. Like, we smoked a lot for that project. Like, I had like a nice edible plug, and I don't know where he went. I hope he's not in jail. Like, I haven't heard from him in a long time. Like, I pray he's okay. But like, best plug ever. And then he had like these little cookies, man. Like these fucking snickerdoodle cookies. They were like really thick. They all had like a gram, and he sold them for cheap. And so we would just like eat those and like just hit the studio for like 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours at a time, and just would cook and be cooked. Like,
what is okay? So what is that process like creating? Like I'm familiar with that creative process. What is that creative process? What is it like doing it? Like writing a song with and without that.
Writing, I can't write high. Like I can't do it. Yeah, it's impossible.
So are you in the studio high or?
Not anymore. Right now, well, for my album, I'm actually recording it completely sober.
Okay.
Yeah, like that's just like a personal project for myself, and I wanted to but I wanted to know for a fact that so I wanted to know early on that it's not. You know what I'm saying? It's not the drugs, man. Like, it's all in the mind. So, at the end of the day, because, like a lot of people, like, a lot of artists, how they sound. Like, some sound really good on drugs, and some, when they get sober, you're like, yeah, I can kind of tell.
Yeah.
And I never wanted it to be that way, I never wanted... I didn't want to get 5 years down the road, and then all of a sudden I have to stop smoking for whatever reason. And people are telling me, oh, your music's not the same because... you don't smoke weed. Like, I don't feel that should define anybody. I don't feel any drug should define anybody as an artist. So,
well, I'll say this. Maybe it's me, but I think that I don't know about any other drug. I don't know about any other drug but weed, right?
I know a few.
I don't even call this shit a drug. Like, right. I don't know of any other substance than weed.
It's
right?
recreational activity.
Exactly. And shout out to my Cali buddy over here. Anyway, but no, for one, I feel like as you smoke more, your tolerance goes up.
Right.
What I do is that I train myself to be able to do things while I'm high.
Okay.
So that when I'm not high, it's the same process, right? Or even if I do smoke, like then my tolerance is so high at this point, whatever. I'm buzzed, but I'm not too buzzed to not really function.
Yeah.
And I feel like weed, for example, it's not that it alters my mind. It does, but not that it alters my mind, but it unlocks and shuts down certain things.
Yeah, I feel that.
So it shuts down a lot of the noises that I have and stuff like that, and I can really focus on and not just focus, but focus and feel what I'm actually doing.
Right.
So I understand,
but
I don't agree. That's my number two, my second unpopular black opinion.
I feel that though. Like, man, I love weed. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I mean, I'm all behind it. Like, I'm like a true activist with it, bro. Like, I love it. Like, love it. Like, I wish if it was legal in Texas, man, I'd smoke every day of my life.
Yo, honestly, still can't comprehend how weed is illegal, but alcohol is legal, and I can tell you for a fact that
government hard at work.
Facts though.
My tolerance for alcohol has gone up.
Well,
has been up for a long time. But I'm not productive on that shit,
bro. Like,
I can't drink and do shit.
It's weird though. I can actually like drink and get shit done. Like, I don't know, dude. I think I just have like alcoholism in my blood. Like, it's a problem.
I think a lot of us do. We have a lot
of problems.
yeah.
I think also drinking is bigger in Texas. No,
it's huge. But, I mean, I don't want to say bigger because I mean we smoke. Like, we smoke.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we get a lot of good Cali connects out in Texas, you know?
I can imagine. Y'all got that whole Mexico set up down pat. So.
Yeah, man, but you gotta be careful with that Mexico weed. Like, sometimes it's really bunking. But then again, like, there's still some trash. That's why I can't wait till it's legalized so we can eliminate all the trash weed.
All the trash, yeah.
The corn. Like, I don't even know, like, y'all, like, anybody even smokes corn here. Like,
what's that?
You don't even know what it is.
Oh, now you have to bless us with this. Come on.
Corn is like, it's mid. Like, it's not Reggie, but it's kind of like a step up. Like, it has the nasty seeds in it. It has like a really like stale taste.
Oh no, you gotta chill. Why does that exist?
It's usually like kind of dry. Like, people like just sell like most of the time it's sold in like shake because like by the time you get the bag, like the nuggets just like crumble. And it's just because you get it so cheap. Like, it's like a dime for 10. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like 2.5 grams in a dime, and you just buy that for $10. Like an ounce is like 70. So, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's OD. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's bad weed, but people who smoke it.
Fifth of 50. Fuck.
That's like What's like the beer equivalent of something like that? Like Pabst Blue Ribbon or something?
No, PBR is good. It's kind of like, it's like the Keystone, basically.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like
because I feel like there's like cheapy beer like that though, but it gets you mad.
I don't drink beer.
Yeah, it gives you a stupid headache. Like the come down is nasty. It's almost like you had a hangover. Like
see, and that's what I don't like.
See, nah, you gotta.
Yeah, see, especially if you smoke like really good weed and then you smoke that, it's like it's not gonna get you high, which is better than it getting, because it either get not high at all or you'll get super high and then have literally the worst high or the worst come down, and it's really all around bad.
That's honestly like wine for me. Like I can't drink wine.
Really?
I hate wine.
Wine gives me a headache. I mean, it tastes good, but it gives me a headache afterwards. I'm just like,
I can't
fuck I do this to
taste.
myself.
I don't like red wine. Like
I
white
drink-
wine is straight.
I love red wine.
I drink
Oh
hard.
my
I drink
God.
hard rum. Like I'm from Barbados.
I know, but I drink all of it. I drink Henny. I drink Jameson. I drink.
Even
red
when I had
wine.
Four
drink
Loko,
gin.
I wasn't even. I didn't have like a hangover like that. But when I had,
You
when
didn't have
I
a
drank
hangover
wine-
on Four Locos?
Oh,
Dude,
nah,
Four
I
Locos
was
is
sick.
I
deadly.
don't fuck with Four Loko.
That's
no,
death.
Never.
I
In a
was
can.
smacked. I was smacked. Y'all still have Four Loko in Texas?
Oh yeah.
That
Is it
surprised
still
me.
is it still the same quality?
What was it, like 12%?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still 12%.
Okay, now
That
see
doesn't
here in
surprise
New
me.
York they
Texas
changed
would
it.
never. Texas would never ban Four Loko.
Oh
What?
nah, here in New York they changed it. They made it weaker.
They had to.
For real?
Because
I'm gonna have to
no,
hit you up for.
What happened is
I
that
got you,
like
man.
because
Like,
they look
they're
like
at every
Arizona
store.
cans,
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
kids
Yeah.
would like drink them and get sick, and like some kids would like
No, if a
OD.
kid drank Four Loko, kid would die.
Yeah, like some kids
Definitely.
were
not
like,
even-
Like I almost died off Four Loko. Like the things are crucial. man.
Yo.
But it's a good like
God.
pregame, I guess.
Yo, I haven't. Never mind. We gonna be going wildly off target here. Okay, so you put that first project out.
Yeah.
Then you got it. We went real Texas.
Yeah.
Got it chopped and screwed.
It. Everything sounds
So
better.
let's
purple.
talk about that with me.
The chopped and screw tape. It's actually called The Wrong Tape, and the reason I called it The Wrong Tape was because when I sent it to the DJ to actually mix it and screw it up or whatever, I sent him the wrong folder, and it had like a lot of old songs. I had like some songs from my EP, and I was supposed to send him the actual EP. It was just gonna be a chopped and screw version of the EP, and then I sent him that, and then he sent it back, and I was like looking at that song, it was like 5, and I was like, fuck. This is not the project I sent him. And I listened to it. I was like, well, I mean, he did sit there and chop and screw it. I was like, it's good. At the end, it's like at the end of the day, it's good, and like, you know what I'm saying, it's cool. Like, I guess it's a brand new tape now, so like it was something completely different. So it's like to hear, I don't know, to have never before released songs that are only chopped and screwed. I think that's pretty cool.
I think so too. When you told me that, I was like,
Yeah.
but that's kind of dope.
Yeah.
Like you got, so it wasn't basically a carbon copy of the EP.
Basically, yeah, it was like the skeleton of the EP, but then it evolved into something completely different with the screw.
Would you do something like that again? Where just like sending him the rough draft of the EP that you're gonna do?
Nah, probably not. I mean, I don't know. I don't think it would be too genuine. Like,
Lightning
I couldn't drop,
strikes
like,
once, not twice.
Now, yeah, I don't think I could just. I wouldn't want to do it on purpose. Like when I sent him the wrong folder, I like wholeheartedly thought I sent him the EP. Like he's like, I'm finna send it back. I'm like, bet I got my EP ready, and he got it back. I was like my first response. I was like, damn. I was gonna ask him if he could do it again, and I was like, yeah, it's chopped and screwed. Like everybody, they're gonna jam it anyway. Like it's gonna, like I'll jam it just because it doesn't sound like me.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool, man. I don't know. I mean, I always gotta. In Texas, I always have to have chopped and screwed music. Like if I could really live my life chopped and screwed, I think I'd be okay. Like I would probably live my whole life like that, to be honest. Chopped and screwed, it's pretty cool.
You know, I have an interesting love for chopped and screwed because I listen to a lot of European artists.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me, a lot of European DJs and producers, and basically they chop and screw what they do as well, and it sounds so dope. Like it's so dope. Now, chopped and screwed obviously is basically a black version of that. I love it even more. Like when I hear chopped and screwed, like I act like a Texas nigga for a little while. I make it work,
Yeah.
you know. That's what's up. Plus, I think a lot of my some of my inspirations of being down south and going to high school down there really like Gangsta Grills and all that. That was part of life.
I'm still praying on my dad gets my Gangsta Grills tape. Like I don't care how long it takes. Like as long as DJ Drum's alive, I'm gonna have a Gangsta Grills tape. Like that's like I guess it was like Southern goals. Like
yeah, I mean, yo, honestly,
I'm here for it.
yo, I'm definitely here for it too. All right, so we're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, we're gonna talk some more with Hyndrix. Obviously, we gotta, it wouldn't be right if I don't ask him about his name. and how he got it, and maybe if we see some of his idols' music and his at some point in time. This is the Encore Radio Show. Good morning.
Coming up on a future episode of the Encore Radio Show.
Winter's coming, my progression come a little quicker. Sorry, babe, it's too good, don't judge a nigga. Pre-ejaculate, so passionate with rapping shit. Only distant relatives of Legolas are matching this. Nerds know, think fast, but my words slow. Truth though, I can govern you through the furlough. My furlough, but not because I'm flossing. Life a cold bitch, I approach her with caution. Treat her like Viper till I pipe her. It help her defrost. Rotator, both tired. That double exhaust. I park here, change gear, then I dash, lady. Hydroplaning, playing games. I'm drinking, drive her crazy. Rolling with the dopest hoes, and they don't know our rappers still be splitting bitches like a bogus hocus pocus act. 3 little women, together they the total pack. 3 sisters, no voices, all wanna climb max. No escape, the flowetry is Destiny's Child. That black. Ain't no need for you to question it now. R&B chick that fit the bill, and what her mouth do would be the opening act.
Okay, we're back, folks. The Encore Radio Show. This is Wise.
This is I.S. Jones.
And we're still here with Hyndrix.
Yeah.
Hyndrix with a Y. Make sure you guys follow him on Twitter. Yo, I ain't even push your Twitter and your Instagram. Push it
Man,
while I find it.
Plug us in.
You can follow me on Twitter at Hyndrix_is, and Hyndrix is spelled with the Y, so that's HYNDRIX_IS, or on Instagram, and that's Hyndrix.inc.
Dope. Okay, so Hyndrix.
Yeah.
Hyndrix.
With a Y.
Hendrix. I see the correlation here.
So the question we want to ask though is, are you experienced?
Yeah, see, I'm so glad you asked that. That's such a beautiful question.
Oh, man.
And it's sad because there's people who are listening and they're like, what the hell did she, like, what's so good about that question? And now you're going to know.
Oh.
Well, tell him.
Yeah, man. I'm a big fan of Jimi Hendrix. Like, I guess that's like my idol, dude. Like, top 1. Like I mean, like you can't really put. That's somebody you don't know what box to put him in because it's impossible. Like, it's not even. Jimi Hendrix isn't rock. He wasn't blues. He was fucking Jimi Hendrix. Like,
right? He was himself.
Like, he was the man. Like, it was literally that simple.
Yeah. So, being that he is your idol, are we gonna see some samples? We're gonna see true Hyndrix in your work?
It's gonna be some time, but yeah, eventually. I'm not like musically. I don't want to say I can't say I'm not ready, but I guess with everything that I have right now, just where I'm at in my so I guess musically, I'm not afraid to say that. Musically, I'm just not there yet, and to like even want to even go close to touching that work and sampling it. Because if I was to sample Hyndrix, it's gonna be more than just taking an MP3 and, you know what I'm saying, throwing some drums on top of it. Like, it'll be some, you know what I'm saying, some recreation, a little bit of coverage, like some shit. So, like, when I actually have all that, and when I feel that I'm ready to be able to, you know what I'm saying, that's why I haven't touched any Jimi Hendrix records, and I don't trust producers with them. Like, I mean, I got, like, a lot of people who, like, tell me, oh, sample Jimi Hendrix, and it's like, you can do it. But, you know what I'm saying, I don't know if I'm be 100% behind it unless it's just, you know what I'm saying, just fire. Because I think with certain music, like, you can't just feel it by just taking the sample out. Like, I mean, different songs, like, because, like, especially, like, stuff with, like, that's why, I guess another example, like, if I was to try to sample George Clinton or the Parliament or somebody, like, I don't think you can't get that same feeling from just taking the MP3 of it because of what the work they put in. Like, that's why I see why Kendrick wanted, like, locked in the studio with George Clinton and, like, Thundercat and them. So, you know what I'm saying? So those sounds could not necessarily be recreated, but innovated instead of just sampled. Like, I fuck with samples. Don't get me wrong. Like, I love samples. Like, I love soul samples. I love everything. Like, voices are different, but, like, when the strength is, like, instruments and the guitar and the drums and the, you know what I'm saying, every single thing, I think that it's a little bit, you know what I'm saying, you have to go deeper than just taking a sample from an MP3 and putting it onto some different drums.
Yeah,
that's interesting. I like the way you went about that because from my perspective, at least, if someone told me that I would wake up on a Saturday morning, yo, you're gonna interview somebody and yo, listen to his music, and I hear Jimi Hendrix samples, I'm gonna be so fucking hyped to interview you. because you just don't hear that sound like that.
You don't though.
And a lot of people now don't even know the history of some of the art that they're dabbling into, or even art in general. So even though that could probably put you on, you still like, nah. I want to make sure that when I do it, I can respect that shit.
Oh yeah,
give
definitely.
it true homage the way I want it. So I respect that. I respect that.
So we were talking before about Texas.
Yeah.
Because you said before that there isn't a lot of representation with Texas rappers.
Right.
And now that I think about it, there aren't. I mean, Beyonce, of course, she's from Houston, but that's one, Houston, and two, she's not even a rapper.
And Houston they've had people. Like, I mean, Houston's had plenty of representations, like, you know what I'm saying, Scarf. I mean, all the way from the Ghetto Boys, you know what I'm saying, with Scarface to anybody up to Mike Jones, Paul Wall back in 05. Like, it's a lot of people from Houston. Even, like, Devin the Dude. But, I mean, I was really speaking on Dallas in general because, like I said, besides DOC and Justice and fucking Dero, like, come on, it's Dero. Like, no disrespect, but, you know, it's Dero. You know what I'm saying? There's never been no just true representation, you know what I'm saying, of what art from Dallas is like, what it is.
So then the question I want to pose is, as a northerner girl from California, is Texas racist? As racist as I have heard.
I mean, it's like, it depends on what you like consider racist. I mean, I guess it's like accepted racism. Like, Texas is, I don't know, it's just anywhere in the South. It's not as bad as other places in the South. I mean, at least
it's
not
like
in
Alabama
Dallas.
bad.
Nah, definitely not. Well, I mean, I guess it just depends on where you at. Like, I mean, like I said, I live in the suburbs, so, you know what I'm saying, I don't know about anywhere else. I mean, I know about anywhere else, but, like, I know, like, where I'm at, it's not, you know what I'm saying, that's not that bad, because actually where I stay at, I think the minority is white people.
Really? Okay.
In Grand Prairie, I think. I could be 100%.
Okay, but wait. So you said two things that I have to just throw,
throw
some
like,
asterisks
wait a
out
minute.
here. So, first phrase, accepted racism.
What does that look like?
Second phrase, what you deem to be racist, and really.
White people is a minority? Hold up.
Yeah, like I said, I could be 100% wrong. Like, don't quote me on that.
Okay, so I guess an example for me about something racist is if a white person like reached out to touch my hair, or if a white person made some snide comment, I would, yeah. It's kind of a microaggression because
I wouldn't call it racist. I would call it certainly inappropriate.
It's a microaggression.
Highly inappropriate, actually.
Another example is that I did a feature about a week ago, and one of the white women, she was in the audience. She said the N-word because she thought that it was okay to say it because I said it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like, see,
so
it just depends on the person. Like, I mean, I know, like, people get on my ass about it, and my family hates me for it, but like, I mean, the N-word's cool with me. Like, it shouldn't be, I guess. It probably shouldn't be, but, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying, like, I'm just, you know what I'm saying, I don't, like, believe in racism. Like, I know how white people are. Like, I know when white people do white people shit. Like, I'm definitely not asleep. I'm definitely not blind to it. And it's like, I mean, N-word doesn't bother me, mainly because I grew up around, like, a lot of Hispanic people who say it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, they say it. I mean, I have white friends who say it, but at the end, I mean, it still is a respect thing. Like, I feel like if I was to say, don't say it around me, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't say it around me. Like, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, it's just all a respect thing. And it's cool to an extent. Like, I don't know, but then again, at the end of the day, words really just don't bug me too much because you know what I'm saying, I know who I am, so. And, like, I understand, you know what I'm saying, people are going to be racist and do racist shit. Like, I guess accepted racism is like y'all can coexist, and you, like, you know what I'm saying, you know that there is this barrier, I guess, and that barrier is race. And I'm not saying you're necessarily cool with it, because this racism isn't fucking cool. Like, I don't want to say that, but it's understood that this is how it is. And you know what I'm saying, you only have a few options. You can either do something about it, you know what I'm saying, you could either just, and it's a way to just shit on that racism, and that's just to succeed and just keep pushing past it, you know. So, like, I don't feel like, because I mean, at the end of the day, they want us to be mad, you know what I'm saying, they want words to hurt us. Like, that's what they want to happen. So I feel like if we let those words hurt them and we let that shit truly bother us, then at the end of the day, their racism is winning. But racism, I don't think it'll ever die out, but I think it can, you know what I'm saying, if we just stop seeing it as, I mean, because people are going to be racist, like, but I feel it's going to be a little bit harder for them to be racist when they see it doesn't bug us as much as it used to.
Well, I gotta contest that a little bit. Mm-hmm. I don't think there will always be racism. Okay. I see racism as I see racism differently than I used to. Racism is not being stereotypical, being a stereotype to someone. Everybody's a stereotype. That's a fact, right? Racism is having power to actually do something to restrict someone from something because of that stereotype. So will there always be stereotypes? Absolutely. Yeah. Racism, though, I think racism, once you remove the power aspect and make people accountable for their actions, I think that's different. So you said something. You said you have white friends that use the N-word. That is a contested thing across the country, whatever, anywhere really. Where it's like, oh, well, some people it's like not here for it at all. Yeah. Some people it's like, oh, well, I don't really care too much, right? Yeah. For your white friends that use the N-word, do they know that maybe you cleared them to use it, but they're not cleared to use it around all black people? Yeah. Okay.
At least I would hope so. I mean, from what I can, you know what I'm saying, from what I understand, yeah, they didn't just come around me just saying, "What's up, my nigga?" You know what I'm saying? Like they just, like it took a minute. Like, and you have to know me as a person to know, like, if you saying, you know what I'm saying, you saying nigga, it's not bothering me too much.
Okay.
You know what's funny? Though, to piggyback off that, I notice more so with black men, they're more okay with it than black women. And I don't know necessarily if that's a gender thing, because I don't know any black women who are my friends who would be okay with that.
So that is true, though.
Yeah, so do you think it's a gender thing? It's a gender thing on top of a race thing.
To an extent. Like, I mean, I'm gonna say this in, like, the nicest way. Like,
just speak your truth, bro.
Like, black women, y'all are really prideful. Like, very prideful.
Yeah, we are. 100. I'm not even gonna try to front. That is the fact. Like, that's factual.
I mean, and it's, you know what I'm saying, it just stems all the way to us coming from Africa, because I mean, African people are prideful, but like African women are prideful. I mean, it's a beautiful thing, but at the end of the day, it can really just eat at you, because they're prideful as hell. So it's like, you know what I'm saying. That's why they say it's tough to deal with a black woman, but at the end of the day, it's worth it.
So do you? Okay, do you consider yourself, this is also another point of contention for people, do you consider yourself an African that's in America, or an African American in the sense that I am an African with no access to my past, so this is my new identity in America?
I don't even think I've ever even thought about that. I just know, like, that's a different way to ask. Cause like I never wanted to consider myself African American, cause I mean, of course my ancestors from Africa, but you know what I'm saying, dark skinned people come from everywhere, but like, so I don't necessarily know exactly where my roots are. Like, shit, my roots could be in Haiti, you know what I'm saying? So like, they could be somewhere completely different, and I might not even be from Africa. I just might be a black man. So until I can truly say I know what that is, for now I'm American, and you know what I'm saying, I'm a black man in America. Like, that's the only way I can really put. I can't call myself African. I can't call myself African American. It's just until I know I'm a black man in America.
Okay, fair enough. So just the other day, I have family all over the world, but I have a cousin in London. And I was FaceTimed her because we hadn't spoken in a little while, and she asked me if I watched this video of this black woman going off on this Islamic woman, or Muslim, matter of fact, in UK, and she got arrested. Now I finally saw the video. And basically, she was going off, calling her ISIS this and desert that and raghead this and that. She was really going off. And the ironic part about the whole thing is that the woman didn't even speak English, so she had no idea what the woman was talking about. Crazy. But anyway, in the UK, again, this was in the UK, they had the video. They tracked her down and they arrested her for some sort of racism, whatever. Here in America, we have freedom of speech. You can't get arrested for things that you say. Do you think America addresses problems in racism the right way?
I don't know, because it still happens. So I mean the progression's obviously been made, but you know what I'm saying. I mean, I feel like yes, because I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, I stand behind freedom of speech. Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying, as black people, the shit we say is sometimes out of this world, you know. And I'm not saying it's like it's equal. Like, we can say whatever we want. We've been oppressed, like, so it's different. I don't care what nobody says, it's fucking different. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, whether you do have a negative opinion towards me because of the color of my skin, I mean, feel free to say it, because, you know what I'm saying, what you're saying doesn't hurt me. And like, I know it's not that for everybody. Like, not everybody can just sit there and be like, okay, well, they're just words and let me just brush it off. But, you know, that's how I think it should be, because like I said, I mean, you know what I'm saying, if they see that it's not bothering us, then I mean, what power does somebody else's words about you really hold when you truly know who you are, you know?
I like that.
I like that too. Actually.
I like that. All right, fair enough. All right, so we're in a very interesting time. 2016 is around the corner.
Yeah.
We're basically playing, you know, celebrity mixed match with the type of debates going on right now across the presidential candidates. We got Donald Trump saying Mexico only has rapists and drug dealers. We got Ben Carson saying that he would not want a Muslim to be president. We got the rest of the Republican, you know, clown house bandwagon doing their regular fuck shit. And then we have Democrats who are actually talking about Black Lives Matter and speaking about Black Lives Matter and how it's important to the people, black people in America. And not even just black people, but people of color. We have them talking about police brutality. We have them talking about things that are certainly domestic issues, whereas it seems that a lot of Republicans are more so focused on international issues, thinking that America is good at home. So what are your thoughts? Being 20 from Texas, what's a more important focus for you right now?
Like, with politics?
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean, like, what's a more important focus?
What's more important for you? Are you more concerned with Iran getting a nuclear missile?
No, not
fucking really. North Korea wanting to bomb South Korea, ISIS, fucking just everybody and everything. China building fucking islands. Like,
man, we gotta fix ourselves first. Like, that's just like, I mean, you could worry about the world and it's cool. You could be American wants to be Captain Save-A, so that's pretty cool, you know. And like helping people out is tight. Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm all for it, like, when people need help. But as far as just, like, getting involved in that conflict when we might not necessarily need to, like you could scale it back down and use an analogy just of two people. Like, sometimes you just got to let them scrap it out. You know
Facts.
what I'm saying? Like, I mean, and then you could do about that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Somebody's getting bullied or some shit, then you might want to hop in. But sometimes you just got to let two people scrap it out. You can't just be like, okay, well, y'all fighting, he's, like, whooping your ass, so I need to come help him so you cannot get your ass whooped. It's like, sometimes people just got to take an ass whooping to learn. And at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, I don't feel, and I'm not really heavy into politics, so I don't like to speak too in depth on it because I don't want to speak on something I don't know. But I feel like we're not necessarily in tune to our country's needs. I don't want to say needs because we honestly have everything we need here, you know what I'm saying? I mean, at the end of the day, there still are a lot of homeless people that could be helped by the money they're spending on wars, you know what I'm saying?
Facts. $1 billion or $1 trillion in the Iraq war and Iraq and Afghanistan, you know, different things that, and then, I mean, we got Detroit looking like fucking Kazakhstan, like, it doesn't make no sense.
It's like a fucking war zone, man.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know what I'm saying, you have those cities in your own country, but you're over here talking about I want to save cities in other countries, and it's like, help your people who are at home first. Like,
so then, Hyndrix, in your opinion, do you feel as though your music has an obligation to some of these social issues, or at least even closer to home with black people or black men?
I mean, maybe for black people, I don't know, man. Like, I make my music because I enjoy it. Like, I've enjoyed music since I was like a kid. Like, my whole thing about my music is like, the real reason I rap is because I can't fucking sing. Like, if I could sing, I'll probably just be a singer or like a rock star or something. Like, that'd be pretty cool. But no, I mean, I do like to rap and I do enjoy, you know what I'm saying, making music. Maybe going forward, I probably do need to, I guess, speak on social issues. or not even necessarily speaker, at least just be a voice. But like what I try to obtain in my music, like right, it's more personal. Like I'm still getting a lot of my problems out on wax. You know what I'm saying? And before I'm a voice for any group of people or any other group of people, I want to be a voice just for people who are like me. You know what I'm saying? Like people who just, or you know what I'm saying? Some people who are kind of self-conscious. You know what I'm saying? A little bit, or you know what I'm saying? Anything like it's all in my music. Like people who are just like not necessarily afraid to be themselves, but you know what I'm saying? Cause I used to have like a irrational fear that everybody was judging me. Like I used, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of stuff. Like I used to be real self-conscious, like bad. Like still am to this day, but you know what I'm saying? Not as much. And for the people who really just like live in their mind and you know what I'm saying, aren't necessarily, I don't want to say a part of this world and sound like a fucking alien, but I really mean it. Like not really part of this world. Like you know what I'm saying? Like your mind is your own world and you're just, you know what I'm saying, you're there most of the time. So it's like everything else is like you're at it's like a different like surface.
Mm-hmm. Reality versus reality.
That's another reason like I'm cool with alcohol, but it's the devil at times because like it puts me too into this world and out of your mind. You know what I'm saying? Like when you smoke, it's the complete opposite. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like you said, unlocks. Like you say you don't know, like you say you don't do like any other drugs, but like fuck, I hope my mom doesn't see this. But like LSD or whatever, like that's like another drug that just opens and just lets you allow to just live in your mind for, you know what I'm saying, a couple hours and it's not it's like I like it for I like to meditate and drugs like LSD and weed, like they like you said helps you focus, like it just zones in. So it's like when I do want to meditate and just think about everything that's going on around me and what I'm doing and what I need to be doing, it's just like I could just smoke or take a tab. I haven't taken a tab in like a long time. I don't think I probably might do one for a long time. But smoking, it just like, you know what I'm saying, it's a good meditation process. It's a good healing process. Like it helps a lot of things. Absolutely. Only problem I do have with weed, it's not really a problem, but I think sometimes it creates problems that weren't there. Like now I have a bad appetite when I'm not high.
Really?
Yeah, like when I'm like I have a problem. Like, I lost a lot of weight since I started smoking. Not a lot. Like I've always been skinny, but bad appetite. Especially when I stopped smoking. Like I couldn't eat unless I was high. And,
really? Huh.
That's interesting. I've never heard that before.
Me neither.
I've never had that problem until I started smoking. So.
Yeah, that's. I've never heard that. I know some people have used weed to try and lose weight, but I never understood the concept because
I didn't understand that.
You smoke, you eat. You smoke, you eat. When you're done, you just eat back to your regular type shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, guess not. anyway, so I did want to dive into one last thing before we go. So, being 20 and being from Texas. That means you would have, let me see, it's 2015. Did you get a chance to vote in the last election?
No.
You didn't. What do you say to people who have a political voice in their own house or at the lunchroom or, you know, in the whip or whatever it is, but don't actually go out and vote to try and make a change for themselves?
I feel them. Like, as far as like voting goes, like as far as just staying in the house and not doing shit about it, that's not cool. Like that makes you just, you know what I'm saying, it's just talking. You're just not really that great of a person. But actually doing something more, because I think is, in order to make a change, it's way more than just voting. Because at the end of the day, they're still gonna pick whoever they want. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like Bush got elected without the popular vote, so that doesn't like show you that popular.
That got me tight though. Like, how is this possible? What kind
of how like you didn't win. Like the majority of the country doesn't want you as president, yet you're here for 4 more years, and like that just goes to show like the government is just doing whatever they want. Like I think so. I mean, voting is important to me to an extent. I can't really say much because I never voted, but like I said, I feel as it's just a way to keep us like quiet for a little bit and make us like feel important. Like they have all these PSAs saying your vote counts, and then they don't put. You know what I'm saying? I would say your vote counts if every single time the popular vote won the president, but that's not what elects it. You know what? I have battled with this as well, but then I realized that then places like California, places like New York, places like Texas, places like Florida would have way more say over and they still do, but
it's less. Like there are, was it like 41 million people in California, and maybe only like 2 million in Montana. Even if it was more on just the sheer numbers, if Montana really wants that person, all 2 million our votes aren't even go to that person, but some of it will still go, and it wouldn't even make a difference. Like because it's 2 million compared to 41 million in Cali, and then 19 million alone in New York, and then another 19 million in Texas, and boom, that's the election right there. I don't even think that much people vote in general. Yeah. I think a population is only 300 million. I think only a third population votes. We're talking about 100 million people. Shit, between Cali, New York, and Texas, and Florida, that's it. Right that's it. So, I understand, and that shit blew mine too. Not front, that shit definitely blew mine. But I grasped the concept to an extent. But anyway, new music.
Definitely. Chapter 27. Chapter 27. That's the working title. It could change. It could turn into an EP.
Don't change it, man. I like that.
I like it. It's so specific.
I like that.
That's cool. All right, bet.
It shows a lot of homage. It shows homage to yourself, which people can be like, oh, why that? That first question alone.
Yeah, it's the debut album, man. So and I'm working on the independent route. Like this is where I want to go. So
stay independent though, bruh. Stay independent.
It's fun.
Stay independent.
It's fun. I didn't know how fun it was until the show became independent. So.
Yeah, man, people are and it's not like people aren't making it independently. Like it's cool. Like it's cool to it's harder work, but the payoff is way more worth it. Like I don't see what I'm saying. I don't a record deal is cool, but it's it's a rocket ship, and you know what I'm saying. At the end of the day, that rocket ship might come right. It's gonna have to come right back down to earth. So independence. You know what I'm saying. It's like not a rocket ship. It's more like a house. You know what I'm saying. You're just building it like brick by brick by brick by brick, and you're just building your strong foundation so that house never breaks. So I think independence is probably the best route.
With the analogy game on 100.
Yeah,
for real though.
I'm working on it.
I like that. All right, folks. So we here with Hyndrix. Again, shout out to all the social media and stuff like that. People are trying to find you.
It's Twitter. Oh my bad. My Twitter is Hyndrix _is HYNDRIX _IS, and my Instagram is HYNDRIX _INC.
Nice. Okay, and folks, this is the Encore Radio Show.
Oh no, I'm sorry. SoundCloud. My SoundCloud is soundcloud.com/Hyndrix.
Good. Make sure you guys follow us as well at Encore Radio Show. New website out again, EncoreRadioShow.com. Definitely check us out. Subscribe to our YouTube. Subscribe to iTunes podcast. We're on SoundCloud as well. All the Encore Radio Show. We're pretty consistent.
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff.
Can I shout some people out real quick?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
That's cool. I'm all the way up here in New York. Shout out to all my rap fans. My rap friends, actually. My man Dandy Son. My man Thrill Jones 9-4. Shout out to 6Co. Tay and Chanel. Shout out to Flowtown Empire. Shout out to 2LT. Shout out my man Matt Black. Shout out my man J Hall, aka J Diddy. Shout out the crew. Shout out SQC TV. The Wavy team. My boy Yak. My boy Blue. Have you heard the song called On the Map yet?
Nah.
Dude, it's pretty. It's
pretty.
Put
us on, please.
All right. And anybody I forgot, just how my memory is. So I'm sorry.
Oh man! All right, folks, and we out then. It's the Encore Radio Show. Good morning.
Morning.
The Encore Radio Show is an indie creative network production, recorded at Redbird Studio and executively produced by Chris Scope Aesthetic.